Okay then chaps, here we go. Now we're having a little bit of a longer video today because we're looking at aerial combat in the attack plane. Now we begin at St Quentin Scar, where I'm making an entirely unsuccessful run on the D flag when I notice a gentleman appear in the back of my plane and begin to shoot the machine gun. And I have to ask myself, what on earth is he shooting at? And then it becomes apparent. You see, there is an unwritten rule in this game that pilots don't attack other pilots and let each other carry on with their own business, but every so often you do get an individual who wishes to break with social convention, such as that gentleman there. And of course I'm only too happy to engage in a little bit of air-to-air fisticuffs. So after launching another unsuccessful attack on the C flag, I bring my aeroplane round and see if I can attempt to locate the gentleman who has just flown in front of me there. Now I can see him directly in front of me, and I'm going to try to bring my aeroplane round as slowly as possible so I can drop in behind him. There we go. Now from here on out it really should be quite simple. All we really need to do is make sure that we maintain our position behind the gentleman and open fire whenever he is in our sights. It is always worth remembering with the attack plane that there is a certain amount of drop on the bullets, and so it always pays to shoot in front of the target. Now I do seem to be having rather a hard time lining up my distances here, and as a result I have provided the gentleman with ample opportunity to repair his aeroplane. Nevertheless, I shall continue with the chase, and as I do, I see him moving towards the ground for cover. I have to move over this blimp here for a moment, and as I come back down, I see that he's crashed his aeroplane into a tree. What a terrible shame. Okay, now here I am launching another entirely unsuccessful attack on the C flag, and as I pull out, I notice an enemy fighter in front of me and decide to give chase. Why not? Now I do seem to be coming under fire from some quarter here, however that is not going to deter me from continuing with my attack. We simply repeat the same procedure as before, attempting to maintain our position behind the enemy aircraft and opening fire whenever he comes into our sights. Now I do seem to be turning rather slowly here, and as a result I have provided the gentleman with ample opportunity to escape. However, his rear gunner has opened fire and alerted me to his position, and that really should be a lesson to all of you out there. When attempting to evade enemy aircraft, don't fire your machine guns as it will alert them to your position. Now I'm going to attempt to bring the aeroplane back round now and line up the shot once again. However, as I do, his rear gunner opens fire, and that really is going to make things rather tricky. Now I power back in an attempt to gain some distance, and as I do, I damn stall the aeroplane, and so I have to throttle up once again. And as I do, I notice the gentleman go into a death dive. Now this really is going to be rather fun. I turn the aeroplane over and dive down towards the ground in an attempt to close the distance, and that should line me up behind him once more. There we go. Now I have him in his sights, however his rear gunner has me in his sights, and so now it's simply a matter of who's going to take who down first. I look at my energy levels and notice the plane is only at 29, so I shall have to pull out of this chase soon enough. I take another hit there, and that really is it for me. I'm afraid I'm going to have to pull out of this chase and repair my aeroplane. Okay, he's taken another shot at me there, and I'm simply not going to stand for that. Now I'm going to abandon my repairs and fall in behind the gentleman and see if I can't just finish him off. I have a friend with me, and that really is going to ease the situation up rather. I take one shot at him, get at another, and there he goes, vehicle disabled. I'll let my friend there clean up as I repair my aeroplane. Okay, now here we are once again. We have another enemy in front of us, and this time I'm going to see if I can take him down just a little bit quicker. Okay, and with that kind of shooting I really don't think I'm going to succeed, so it looks like it's going to be another long drawn out process here. Nevertheless, we shall continue with the chase, lining ourselves up behind the gentleman and doing our best to bring him down as we can. It really is a matter of maintaining a good distance, firing in front of the gentleman, and attempting to turn as he turns. There really is no more to it than that. Or maybe there is, but I simply don't know. Anyway, he's approaching the blimp there, and I'm keeping my eye on him, and as a result I really do have to watch what I'm doing as I nearly crash into the blimp. Now I'm chasing the gentleman here, and as I do, my computer is about to run out of memory, and so unfortunately I have to reset my controls. Nevertheless, I get it running just in time to witness the last few shots that send him crashing down to the ground. And there we go. Now I'm going to turn my aeroplane round and join the fray once again. Okay, now there's an enemy pilot in front of us there, and he's just about to come by us, so I shall turn my aeroplane round and see if I can drop him behind him. There he is there. Okay, now I'm going to take a shot and see if I can get my distances right, and there we go, seem to have tagged him, and so I'm going to see if I can chase him down and finish off the job. Now, unfortunately for him, he does seem to have taken some damage to the wing, and that really will make things rather difficult for him as I chase him down. And yes, it does appear he's going to suicide. What a terrible coward. It's not at all pleasant, but unfortunately you do see it in this game. Okay, now the sky's rather busy here as you can see, and I've decided to select this target and I shall follow him over the blimp there, keeping my distance, trying to lay in some fire to bring him down or at least gain some distance. Now I've got a shot on him, but he's aware of my presence, and so I'm going to have to bring the plane round slowly and try and finish him off. Now he does seem to have slowed his plane down rather dramatically there, and so as I turn to catch up with him, it is a terrible disappointment to see that the blimp has shot him down and that I won't get the satisfaction of that particular kill. Never mind. Okay, here we are. Now we can see a gentleman has just flown in front of us there, and so I'm going to bring the aeroplane round in the usual manner and see if we can drop him behind him. Now I am a little bit far away from him to get a clean shot at this distance, but that won't deter me. I shall have a go anyway, and I'm not really having a great deal of luck. However, it does seem as though he is going to begin a turn, and that may well work in my favour. I'm slowing the plane down here and beginning to turn myself as he drops round in front of me. There we go. Now I'm at a much more appropriate range to get a shot, and as I do, I can see he's chasing one of my fellow fighters there, and I really don't like that kind of behaviour, so I shall persist with this attack. And it appears that he's suicided. Oh no, he hasn't. He's stuck with it. Oh, jolly good show. Okay, now I'm going to bring the aeroplane back up and over, flipping it round and seeing what else is in play on the field. I'm making a run at the D flag here, putting in a little bit of lead before I launch another entirely unsuccessful bombing run. Okay, there I go. Now as I do and as I pull out, I notice an enemy attack plane in front of me there, and as it seems to be the order of the day, I decide to give chase. Now here I go. I'm going to attempt to line my plane up behind him, and then at that point I shall open fire. Okay, this looks good enough. No, I didn't hit him there, so I shall have a second blast. And there we go, I've clipped his wing. Okay, all I really need to do now is maintain my position behind the gentleman and open fire when I get the opportunity. There we go. Now he has had a shot at the blimp there, and I do find that thing really quite discourteous. And so I'm not going to let up, I'm afraid. I'm going to keep shooting the gentleman. He has slowed his plane down there. He's obviously flapped, and that is not going to help him whatsoever. There we go. I get a second burst on the swine, and as he brings his plane around towards the blimp, I'm afraid it's about to burst into flames. Now I shall continue with my vengeful attack. I think he's suicided, has he? Oh no, he's stuck with it. What a brave soldier.